From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10. Presented by Reliance Jio. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Ford Ravin and Kent RO. In style partner Raymond.
The BJP did not have enough numbers because the Sena was not supporting them. The Sena failed to get the support. The Congress and NCP are undecided. All the three parties at the top have been given an opportunity and all have failed. As a result of this, ladies and gentlemen, President's rule as per the rule has been imposed in Maharashtra. Was the governor right or wrong? A simple hashtag I put before you, and we'll have a great debate in just a couple of minutes after this.
On the debate tonight, Governor targeted.
हे राष्ट्रपती हे बऱ्याच वर्षानंतर एवढी दयावान व्यक्ती महाराष्ट्राला राज्यपाल म्हणून मिळालेली आहे की ज्यांनी 48 तासाची मुदत सुद्धा ते बोलले तुम्हाला कमी पडेल, तुम्ही 6 महिने घ्या. हे असे राज्यपाल जर का लाभले तर देशाचं आणि राज्याचं नक्कीच भलं होईल.
Shiva Sena is left without a choice and they found an unlikely lawyer.
This is something very, 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 very unfortunate that governors in this country are now following the directions of the government in power at the center.
But the drama hasn't ended.
What's surprising in the 26-page plea that has been filed by the Shiv Sena are 2 points. One, they say Uddhav Thackeray has spoken in a positive telephonic conversation with Sonia Gandhi. Two, they have attacked the BJP and severing ties for 3 decades with them, said they are the ones behind the governor's actions.
Tonight, all sides are attacking the governor.
हे राष्ट्रपती हे बऱ्याच वर्षानंतर एवढी दयावान व्यक्ती महाराष्ट्राला राज्यपाल म्हणून मिळालेली आहे की ज्यांनी 48 तासाची मुदत सुद्धा ते बोलले तुम्हाला कमी पडेल, तुम्ही 6 महिने घ्या.
जिस तरीके से आज राष्ट्रपति शासन के लिए सिफारिश की गई है गवर्नर की तरफ से और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, मैं समझता हूं कि मैं इसकी कड़ी आलोचना करता हूं.
It is therefore meant to be an option of last resort, not an option of first choice. When you fail to do all other alternatives, it is the last resort option to go to President's rule. Unfortunately, the governor's action recommendation and the central government's promulgation fails on this test completely.
BJP was given 48 hours. Shiva Sena was given 24 hours. NCP was given 24 hours. If all sides failed, was the governor wrong? Let's debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a hot political debate, we now have a legal and constitutional debate with a smattering of politics, of course. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Can we be louder? Are we ready? Gaurav Bhatia, A.K. Vajpayee, Ashwini Chaubey, Ashwini Dubey, Anand Kalse, former Principal Secretary, Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, my friend Swapnil Kothari, Waris Pathan, Farooq Khan, Dr. Fuad Halim of the CPM making a comeback after a long time, and Vikas Gupta. Thank you. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
My first question to you on the hashtag governor right or wrong is the following. And all I want is that we all get heard today. And that's possible only if Waris Pathan cooperates with us tonight. So Waris, I'll give you the first question under the promise that you will not constantly interrupt after that. And my first question to you, taking off with Gaurav Bhatia, is the following. The Shiv Sena said before the Supreme Court that we have a deal, and said that we've almost something to that effect, that we've spoken to the We've spoken to, did they say that, Rhythm?
Yes.
So Rhythm will explain to you. As far as I know, the Shiv Sena said in court that we have an agreement between the Congress, NCP and us to form a government, whereas today in the press conference, the NCP and Shiv Sena said there is no such agreement. So I think that's my first point. That was the Sena lying in court and therefore have no right to go to court tomorrow.
It might be
Rhythm,
contempt
you want
also.
to take that forward before Waris jumps into it?
Absolutely. Arnab, it's one of the first times ever that we are seeing a statement that's being made in the court, which says that we were in advanced talks with the NCP. Number 1 on page 8, they say. Number 2 on page 16, they say that we met, Sharad Pawar met Sanjay Raut and talks have been in a positive direction. Number 3 on page 16, they say Uddhav had a positive telephonic conversation with Sonia Gandhi. The point today being made by Ahmed Patel and Sharad Pawar is for the first time, Sharad Pawar says a meeting was held between Uddhav and me. So he completely goes against what's been said in the top court by Shiv Sena, and also Ahmed Patel, who says we should clear something between NCP and us, then we will come to you. It's shocking that in the court they've given this particular plea in which they've made these points. They've got Kapil Sibal, the Congress's top legal as their advocate. They lie and they make these points. And then it is at the discretion of the governor to do what he wants, because Arnab, at the end of the day, 20 days time was given to all the political parties to cobble up the number. We don't know how then they are saying the governor's actions were unconstitutional.
Okay, so my first question is on the hashtag governor right or wrong. I'd like everyone to take a clear position and then debate. So Waris, I ask you, is the governor right or wrong? Take a clear position and then debate.
Whether the governor is right or wrong in using his discretionary powers in...
No, don't start with whether he's right or wrong. Is he right or is he wrong?
Tomorrow. Allow me to make my point.
You have no view on the matter.
The Supreme Court will decide whether the governor is right or wrong. But today, one more fake secular...
You know the governor's right, but you don't want to say it.
...exposed before the entire nation. 1 minute.
No, Arnab, allow me to come in, and I want to speak
for
on the
Babri Masjid
was
directed by Sonia Gandhi to withdraw from the case, and today the same...
Why don't you want to argue legally? You're a lawyer, Waris.
Sonia Gandhi to appear on behalf of the Shiv Sena, who has got the ideology of Hindutva. So here the entire nation is watching what the Congress leaders are up to. It seems the Congress is slowly shifting towards Hindutva. They were fooling the nation till now in the name of secularism. They were asking for votes in the name of secularism. And today what we saw, they are giving letters.
Okay, Arnab, now can I come in?
Support the Shiv Sena. But in the 44 MLAs, we
May I
want
request
10
you?
ministers. Out of every 4 MLAs, we need 1 minister. We want an understanding in the corporation.
2-3 things are very important, and I want to emphasize on those.
Watching, and time and again, I have been reiterating.
Waris.
Mr. Bhatia, please 1 minute. You said, Mr. Bhatia, one question to you.
Okay, Waris, complete your point. Okay, he's waiting, but complete your point, Waris.
Which I love. If the BJP in the Sena does not form the government, with what face are you here today? First, fulfill the promise which you made on the national television. Shave off your hands and come before the judge.
Ganpati Bappa Moria. And I don't apologize like you do.
Reiterating.
That is your answer, but now
BJP, Sena and the Congress
from Babar Pathan, he has become Barbar Pathan. Take it easy. Arnab, can I now come in? Legally speaking, I think this
I am
is a very
reminding your
important
own
issue
words.
that the viewers
I have got the
should be
video
apprised
which is
of.
with me. Let the
Ganpati
Supreme Court
Bappa
decide,
Moria.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia.
Ganpati Bappa Moria.
Let the Supreme Court decide.
Ganpati Bappa Moria. You did not speak of any judgment of the Supreme
Hindustan
Court, neither of
Zindabad.
law. So it's up to you.
Takbir
A lawyer
Allahu
doesn't
Akbar.
want to speak of law.
Takbir Allahu
he's
Akbar.
the first lawyer who doesn't talk of law, but everything else. Arnab, there are 2-3 points which are very important, as Rhythm was also pointing
law
out.
And politics, I know what I'm
24th.
saying. Yeah, please.
Please, Arnab, don't allow him to heckle me. The spirit of the debate should be cordial. We should make our points, cogently. Let the viewers enjoy the debate. This is not a heckling match.
Then preach. Practice and then preach, Mr. Bhatia. Practice and then preach, please.
ठीक है, Ganpati Bappa Moria. And then you apologize. So be quiet now. Barbar Pathan, be quiet. Arnab, 3 points.
Takbir Allahu Akbar.
Arnab,
Hindustan Zindabad.
there are 3 points I want to make. First of all, from the 24th, when the results were declared, any political party or alliance could have approached the governors taking a claim and saying that here's the proof, we have the majority numbers. So it is incorrect to say for the NCP, Congress or Shiv Sena that we were only given a very small time period of 24 hours or 48 hours. Second, as Rhythm was again pointing out, in the petition that has been filed before the Supreme Court, Kapil Sibbal, now whom I respect as a lawyer, but is the lawyer for Shiv Sena, and the Shiv Sena doesn't even give the details to the Honorable Supreme Court how they have mustered majority. Third, they even in their petition say, Arnab, cheating the nation, that we had asked 3 days from the governor. Now the governor gave a chance to the Shiv Sena as well as the NCP. But all these political parties, you know, they were pulling each other in different directions to extract their pound of flesh, failed. Now,
who's making a speech?
Is a very obvious
now you started hitting others.
Only the Congress.
He's responding to it.
Reprimanded
my
by
dear
the Honorable
friend,
Supreme Court in the Rameshwar
when he
Prasad
starts,
case
he
and
does
the
not
BP
stop,
single case.
and he won't allow
what the
anyone
Supreme
else to
Court said
speak,
about,
and then he
Congress?
will complain that other is heckling him.
Bhutta Singh,
and he is the
who
master
is a
of
former
heckling.
Congress leader, was reprimanded by the Supreme Court because he was being used as a political worker. Do you know that? BP single case. The Honorable Supreme Court yet again came down.
No. Farooq is coming in. I'll come in. Okay, Vikas is coming in. Vikas is interrupting you.
Gaurav talks about Rameshwar Prasad judgment, and Gaurav forgets what is the recommendation of the Sarkaria Commission. It says that the governor need not be a partisan. He does need not be shown to be seen as a person who favors a political outfit. You are talking about 24th of October till this date. Why did BJP was given 48 hours vis-a-vis to Sena 24 hours? That is something which you don't answer. And
okay, may I ask you one thing? May I come in on this? On the legal angle, because
I am only talking on the legal angle. The petition says the talks are in the advanced stage. It doesn't talk about the agreement. And obviously, in political parlances, the talks are going to be in advanced stage. You wanted 3 days.
God, you need to hear him. You need to.
Was also time for the NCP and the Congress. They could have availed of that opportunity to give.
The question is,
the time was never given to Congress.
But they did not.
Okay, 4 and 4. Can I have everyone on, please? 1 second.
Congress.
4 screens, 4 people on the screen together. My limited point is, Farooq, you want to anchor the program? Should I go? Should I go? Listen to me now. Farooq, first of all, listen to a question. It's your lucky day I'm asking you a question. It's your lucky day I'm asking you a question.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. My question to Farooq is this. Farooq.
Every day is lucky, yes.
Farooq.
Yeah.
First of all, when the fact is that President's rule can be revoked before the 6-month period, if such a situation for formation of government arises, because Article 356(2) says any such proclamation can be revoked or varied by a subsequent proclamation. So there is no need to create a hoopla about President's rule. It's not the end of the world. Second point is, how much longer? It's been 19 days, for God's sake. After 19 days, you are constantly asking for more time.
That it will be done on the very next day.
After 19 days, you are asking for more time.
And that is what gives
After 29 days, you will ask for more time.
Within this period.
After 39 days, you will say a little more. Don't be ridiculous.
The catch. You impose President rule and you allow the ruling.
Governor's report doesn't talk about the House meeting.
That is the catch. That
whole argument is, your whole argument is that we were given less time. That is your whole argument. And in the entire petition. So that is not a case of discrimination.
Is revoked the very
governor has to decide and he has to ensure the possibility.
Calm down.
The president will have to decide now later on.
Pipe down, both of you. I'm saying, please remember one more thing, and this is an issue of precedent as well. I wish to raise it, Rhythm. When you say not enough time, you must think before you speak. The problem with many of you people nowadays is that you don't think before you speak. I want Ashwini Dubey to come in on this part. You see, Ashwini, in 18th May last year, the Supreme Court reduced the 15-day window given to Yediyurappa to prove his majority in a floor test and gave instead the JDS Congress combined 24 hours to prove the majority.
Yes.
Governor Koshyari, therefore, and I want you in the debate with this gentleman Farooq. After you speak, Farooq will speak. And I want a response to my question that the Supreme Court gave a 24-hour window to the Congress JDS combined to prove their numbers, hence proving that 24 hours is a good enough time for proving numbers in a floor test.
Yes.
In the Karnataka Assembly, not in a written submission, a floor test.
Yes.
So Governor Koshyari is doing exactly what the Supreme Court said.
Yes,
in fact, it can be argued that Governor Koshyari, and a Supreme Court will be aware, is following precisely the timelines given by the Supreme Court.
There are two other...
No, I want you to, on this, don't go to two others. I want you to argue on this point. I'll go to Bomai case later, but did Governor Koshyari give the same timeline that the Supreme Court gave in 18th May 2019
to the
for a floor test in the Karnataka Assembly?
And this is what today they have...
You're not, sir, you're not. So they are... Yes, sir, because don't, you interrupt.
If we see the case which has been filed by the Shiv Sena in Supreme Court,
right or wrong,
violating Article 1421, asking that there is a violation of Article 14, 21 and 31 of the Constitution of India. If we see that prayer first has become infructuous because after the filing of the petition, President rule has been implemented. This is one legal aspect. Second legal aspect, the Constitution of India clearly says that if on the advice of the governor or the recommendation of the governor, president or otherwise if he thinks fit that the constitutional machinery of his state is not able to run the government or not able to form the government, then President of India on its own wisdom,
which was the most adorable darling some few days ago, and now became the...
I think you're arguing politically. Are you unable to debate on the no, are you unable to argue on the legal matter that I presented here on the issue of judicial precedent? I'm arguing on the basis of judicial precedent, and unfortunately you seem to have come unprepared into the debate.
Oh no, let me, SR Bomai case.
No, are you unable to answer on the judicial matter I present before you? You're a lawyer, aren't you?
You pose the question, no. Farooq, answer, then pose. Answer, then run away. Allow me 30 seconds to respond.
Are you unable to answer on a legal and constitutional issue?
Oh my God.
But are you unprepared?
I am able or unable, that is something which you have tested. I think you are the most unprepared.
It's a matter of interest.
Arnab Court is highest than the Supreme Court. No, Arnab Court is highest than Supreme Court.
No, all those are subjective matters.
What are you trying to prove, Arnab? Don't be
it's a subjective observations don't matter in this case. The very serious debate.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have.
I
know it better than you, than you will ever know in the rest of your life.
Please. Oh my
I know
God,
the Bomai case better than you, sir.
Oh my
Ask
God,
me about it. Ask me.
No, you know everything.
This is you are debating with me, not with some Tom, Dick or Harry.
Do not know. Tell me anything Arnab
Well, there are a few. I'll think about it.
Tell me anything which Arnab Goswami does not know.
There are a few things I don't know about, but that's not a matter of subject now.
This art does not know. Because
there are a few things
intellectual.
But I'll have to think about what those are.
Nobel Prize in one go. You know? What is what? Only intellectual you are.
No, sir, not necessary, sir.
And nobody knows the law.
Thank you. Please continue.
This, Arnab? You should get all Nobel Prize together. What is?
You mentioned.
Now, please appreciate one thing, Arnab. Please.
I'm saying in the Bomai case,
whether governance.
Farooq, you're unprepared on law. It's very sad.
Who will decide this? You or
maybe you need to read your law books again.
Oh my God, who will decide this? Arnab Goswami, oh my God, you should read your journalism books again. That when you pose question to someone...
I never did a course in journalism, and I'm glad for it.
Cuts into time to respond. So what...
Okay, let's debate the Bomai case.
I want to say this, but all
let's debate the Bomai case. Okay, we'll pick it up. Bomai case, when did it happen? First of all, my first question to you is, when did the Bomai case happen? SR Bomai versus Union of India, 1994.
What Bomai?
I know it like the back of my hand.
What Bomai?
SR Bomai versus Union of India, 1994, and in the Supreme Court laid down the law in the SR Bomai case versus Union of India, and what did it say? I know you're unprepared. You don't know about the Bomai case. I do. I'm teaching you on television. Do you understand that?
God, Arnab,
you're getting a free legal education on TV.
Prepared. That's why
I'm not prepared. I'm aware. And you are unaware.
Nothing on this earth which Arnab Goswami does not know. There's nothing on earth which Arnab do not know.
Arnab, allow me to make my
I just know the Bomai case and you don't, yaar. You know, the fact is, you thought this is one of those Lutyens channels.
Oh, my dear.
You thought it's one of those Lutyens channels where you scream and shout and you get away. I want to debate the Bomai case with
Arnab
you.
knows everything.
You raised a very
Arnab knows everything.
You don't have to be a verbal Rottweiler with me. Don't fight with me like that. Please listen to me. You don't have to attack me for no reason. Please come on, you know.
Arnab.
We love your smile. Keep on smiling.
Arnab, listen to Arnab, bhai, please.
Okay.
Oh, Arnab,
Okay, ठीक है. फारूक, अब आपने इतना समय लिया, थोड़ा समय अपने साथी को
एक न्यूज़ में दिया था. He has given one statement that he will remove his hair.
Okay, let's debate this now, ladies and gentlemen, on the debate, Governor, right or wrong. We raised the issue of judicial precedent on whether the governor has done a right thing or wrong thing. And I want to tell you, in the Supreme Court, laid down the law in the SR Bomai. I need your indulgence. In the SR Bomai versus Union of India case, the Supreme Court said the governor has to invite the leader of the party commanding the majority in the House or the single largest group to form the government. That's the SR Bomai case. That is what the governor has done. Right? That's what the governor has done. That's why the governor is right.
New judicial president.
1 second.
Because here, what the Shiv Sena is...
Gaurav is on the debate. Gaurav.
You were talking about time.
Gaurav is on the debate.
Talking about time. That is not a sustainable argument.
So I want to get Gaurav in. Gaurav.
Bomai's ratio is an entirely different case.
You debate with
that is regarding. Yes, appreciate. But your point is only timing. You say only basis of the time.
This case does not rest on SR Bomai's judgment.
Okay, listen to him. Volume higher in the studio.
Can I make my
volume higher in the studio? Volume higher.
Please hear me out, Vikasji. You can counter out.
Volume higher. Thank you.
Good that, Arnab, you gave the example of the Karnataka Assembly case, which happened very recently. The time given to the sworn-in Chief Minister was of 2 weeks. But the Supreme Court interfered, reduced that time to 24 hours. And do you know what was the argument of the Congress party then? The Congress party had said that more the time, there would be more of horse trading. So if they have the majority, let them prove it on the floor of the House. Here, the case of the opposition parties is on a weaker footing because they have not been sworn in. And they had almost 20 days to actually stake a claim and prove their majority. But they failed. Now what they want is, even today when we are debating, Arnab, I challenge, can the NCP or the Congress show that they have the numbers to stake a claim to form the government? The answer is a categorical no. And today NCP and Congress had said, we will meet, discuss whether we need to support the Shiv Sena or not. So the pseudo-seculars have been exposed. They are now willing to tie up with a party only because of the lust of the power that they have. And think
what is
Bala Sahab Thackeray. Bala Sahab
What is on the debate? What is the debating judiciary? What is it on screen? What is this?
Politics of the Congress. Today, the Congress
Arnab, let me tell you, Narayan Rane says that he has got 185 MLAs with him. So why does he not go and form the government? Why does he wait for the Supreme Court also? He has got 185 MLAs with him. He is the BJP's person. He is the BJP's MP. His son won from the BJP just now. So why does he not go and tell the governor that he has got Narayan Rane? He just now said that he has got 185 MLAs with him. Why does he not go and form the government? What stops him from going and forming the government?
We have senior leaders.
Is Gaurav Bhatia stopping him?
I will go by
or Arnab Goswami, are you stopping him from going there and forming the government? Even now he can go and form the government. So what if the president's rule is imposed?
But he said that I do not have the numbers.
To keep their mouth
so
shut.
let us wait and watch. But can you speak on the duplicity of the Congress?
Clear-cut mandate was given to you and your people alliance, Shiv Sena, but you betrayed.
I'd like to get, in 1998,
during the election,
I think it's a known fact that in India you follow the Bomai judgment, and therefore, I need to bring in Fuad Halim on this. Fuad Halim, I bring two facts before you, and my only request to you is tonight that since we are looking at this from a constitutional and legal principle, and from the issue of legal and constitutional precedent, that we keep our observations limited to that, because it will be far more enjoyable, the debate then. Now, I do know that the left parties have always sworn by the Bommai judgment because it worked well for them in the period that they attempted to be in power, albeit for a very long time, very short time, during the UF experiments. So it didn't work well for them politically, but they used it. And the left parties always said that always follow the principle that was followed in 1998. Hence, following from that, my question to Fuad Halim is the following. Fuad, in 1998, after the 12th Lok Sabha results were announced, it was found that the BJP was the largest party at that time with 180 plus seats. The Congress party, your allies then, were with 141. And the Rashtrapati Bhavan said at that time that when no party or pre-election alliance of parties is in a clear majority, the head of state has in India and elsewhere given the first opportunity to the leader of the party or the combination of parties that has won the largest number of seats. Now, I feel that not only has this been implemented, but it's been extended in Maharashtra, because you've given an opportunity to a party with 100 plus seats, then to 56, then 54. I mean, truly you don't expect that tomorrow OAC with 2 MLAs should also be given a chance to form a government. We can't go from the sublime to the ridiculous. The question is this, therefore, what the governor has done is legally, constitutionally, absolutely valid and the right thing to do, right? And then this morning, the NCP wrote a letter saying we cannot form the government now. The governor gave time till 8:30 this evening. But 9 hours prior, the NCP wrote a letter saying, look here, we cannot form the government. We now want one more extension. Now, you can't give endless extensions. So I want to know on the principle of it, right? Can you tell me anything factually, legally, or constitutionally invalid in what the governor has done? Thank you.
Well, Arnab, you see the constitution and its practice has two parts to it. One is the rules, the second is conventions.
Mr. Kalse, let Fuad go first and then you can come in. Yeah, thank you.
Is concerned, we have been following the...
Mr. Kalse, let Fuad go first and then you come in. Thank you.
And in...
Yeah. So, in the practice of the constitution, we have the rules and we have the practice. Now, you see, one of the grey areas that the governor has indulged in partisan behavior is when he himself has allotted time till 8:30. The letter that was sent by the NCP to the governor asking for extra time, he has assumed that that letter is actually a clear indication that his time allotted till 8:30 should not proceed till 8:30. Now, that's a grey area in our constitutional practice, whether the governor defeats his own what you call time scale.
No, Fuadji,
so
please tell
that's one of the problematics of our constitution and its practice.
Why did the NCP make a request to the governor to give them 2 more days?
I would love to see you with a new haircut.
Can I further follow from that with a question to Fuad?
On a lighter vein, Gaurav Bhatia, I'd love to have you with a new haircut. And you know, the BJP's promise quotient in India at this point of time is equivalent to Gaurav Bhatia's promise for getting a new haircut.
I will invite you also for a party. Don't worry, Fuad.
Yeah,
it is always lovely to have a cup of coffee with you.
Coming to the ground realities, that the governor, Mr. Koshyari, who is an RSS person,
why did the NCP ask the governor for more time? That is my point. Please answer that question.
Because he himself has given time till 8:30, and a letter by the NCP asking for extension of time, he has concluded is a declaration that they will not be able to form the government by 8:30 this evening. And I think so that itself is very clearly indicating
Fuadji, you are again wrong on facts.
Is partisan.
Is that your only point?
Fuadji,
no, one second.
The NCP and the Congress both said they will have to deliberate whether they will extend support to the Shiv Sena or not.
And what is Shiv Sena? Fuad, I wish to intervene.
not in a position.
Fuad, I wish to intervene one-on-one with you. Please, can I speak to you? Gaurav, can I follow up with Fuad? And I see he's come after some time, so I'd love to have a conversation with him on the subject. Fuad, come on with me on a one-on-one discussion, please, for 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you, Fuad. My first question to you is. Fuad, it's only you and me on the screen now. Fuad, it's only you and me on the screen now, so you have to listen to me.
Finish off the answer to the first question. No, I'll listen to you. I've already listened to your monologue. The partisan behavior of the governor of Maharashtra has been also accepted by the President of India. So in this case, it seems that the President of India has also indulged in the partisanship on behalf of the BJP. Now that's the most unfortunate constitutional situation which is new. Because the other new thing that has been introduced, Arnab, since independence, this is the first time in India where a coalition has won an election and still that state has been recommended for president's rule. So that's a first that Narendra Modi and Amit Shah have contributed to India's what you call electoral legacy.
Is not talking about the law that has been laid down for his benefit and for the benefit of the
responsibility of fighting and setting up the government, especially by the winning coalition, has not been shepherded by the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Arnab, with your permission, can I place those two conditions?
No, I needed to intervene, Gaurav. I had a question for Fuad. The problem with you is that when I ask you that have you finished, then you carry on, and it's not right. It's not right. It's just not the right way to debate.
That's very clear.
And then you repeat the same point 100 times. It's not correct.
And what's very clear
so don't repeat it.
Is that the Shiv Sena is now reflecting the anti-BJP and the anti-coalition sentiment.
Fuadji, are you done?
And on Haryana,
you're making some political point. I asked you a constitutional question.
You're not Haryana. One is very clear. That the party,
that the conditions,
moral high ground that has been established in Haryana, that moral high ground, the BJP does not want to discuss in context.
Fuad, this is a consistent problem. Can I come on here, please? Fuad, I'm taking you off air for a reason. I'm taking you off air for a reason, and this is what I want to tell you is that Fuad, see, now the next time you complain, that you're not given a chance to speak, I will send this tape to you. On 7 occasions, I've asked you to conclude. Your answer, I will send this tape back to you. You can send it to all people who like you and ask them that 7 times Arnab told me complete the point. You go back and look at this tape and see how many times you repeated the same point. And also, in the spirit of a debate, see the length of your answer. It is not necessary to do this. It's really not necessary. You know what I mean? Thank you. Now, I wanted to ask you a counter.
No, it's not necessary.
My counter to you was that if that is the point that you are making.
Arnab, a legal point and a political
So since I'm asking you the question, one minute. My question to you is that since you say that the time given was up to 8:30, right? It's a good point, right? He says time given was to 8:30. Now let's begin on the premise, and Rhythm is with me, that suppose they really worked hard till 8:30, and you know what happened around 8:30? There was a press conference carried live on both our channels. And in the press conference, Rhythm, tell him what the NCP said. The NCP and Congress said the issue of supporting the Sena to form a government is not even in the agenda now. So even if I take your argument that suppose give them another 9 hours, they're not even in the consideration set of forming a government. So what are you complaining about?
That's a contention.
There's no conversation. Am I right, Rhythm? Just tell him because he thinks we have a peeve on it.
Dr. Fawad Halim, I just want to bring out one simple point here. This is not a contention. This is on the basis of a 25-page plea that the Shiv Sena files with a Congress top legal who settled it. It's resettled by Kapil Sibal. And then in that, they have the audacity to write that we were in advanced talks with the NCP. Look at the language they use.
They're not even in a conversation.
They're not even in a conversation is what Dr. Halim, they have clearly stated. Ahmed Patel and Sharad Pawar come out on a press conference and they completely decry whatever the Shiv Sena has said in the plea. They come forward and say for the first time meeting has been held now. Then they say first we, NCP and Congress needs to clear something. And what is so surprising, even on top of that, is how Congress has stopped legal changes his stand. In the Karnataka case, he says it's the discretion of the governor that is circumscribed. Now the governor, who's given 20 days time to all these parties, is now being questioned for his discretion, which is already something that he is enjoying under the Constitution of India. So how is it that Kapil Sibal is now possibly tomorrow for the Shiv Sena going to say that the time here given to Shiv Sena was not enough? 24 hours is a long enough time after 19 days, Dr. Fawad Halim.
And he needs to explain to the constitutional authorities why he went back on the time scale that he himself had given.
There is no going back. It is the discretion of the governor after 19 days under the Constitution of India to do as he feels correct, because it's possible, like the SRBI judgment said, the most quoted judgment in the history of legal cases when it comes to politics, that there has to be a flawed test. If no single political party is able to show their majority, he is going according to precedent.
Unnecessary haste. And what is unfortunate, the President of India has also lent himself to this unnecessary haste.
Governor has followed.
I can't hear it.
Our constitutional functioning stands challenged.
You can't.
Because the opinion of the governor.
Okay, I get Swapnil Kothari on this.
To hold.
I need to move on.
Tomorrow they are going to mention
Swapnil Kothari.
It is not
Swapnil Kothari, senior advocate from Mumbai. Swapnil, the Shiv Sena is running to the Supreme Court to challenge the president's rule in Maharashtra. They will mention it before the court tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. The accusation against the governor is that the governor cannot act as a stumbling block for thwarting or stalling a political party. The fact of the matter is the political parties are not even trying to form a government, a stated position of the NCP Shiv Sena today. 18th May last year, post the Karnataka elections, the Congress had also rushed to the gates of the Supreme Court and urged the Supreme Court to hold a 4-hour-long post-midnight hearing. The Supreme Court ordered a floor test in Karnataka Assembly on 19th May 4 p.m. 24-hour period or less. What happened? The government fell in a few months. Then they moved to the Supreme Court in the case of Goa as well. The Supreme Court, despite being closed for Holi, they challenged the governor's decision to invite the BJP to form the government after the hung assembly in Goa. What happened? BJP formed the government. I'm just trying to put some sense into what Fawad is saying. They moved the High Court in Uttarakhand, also Waris. In April 2016, they ran to the High Court seeking to end President's rule in Uttarakhand. They got their wish, President's rule was struck down, but then what happened? Less than a year later, when the elections were held, the BJP won 57 of the 70 seats and formed the government. You also moved to the Patna High Court and failed. When RJD Congress combined rushed to the Patna High Court challenging the validity of the Nitish Kumar BJP government, the Patna High Court dismissed both the petitions challenging the Nitish government, saying there is no need for the court to interfere after the government has proved its majority on the floor of the House. So you cannot bring a legislative matter, force it into the House of the Judiciary. I mean, damn it, if you can't win elections, you can't win elections. You get it, Waris? I mean, Farooq, you can't win elections, you can't win elections. Then you say to me, don't talk about Bomai judgment here. What should I talk about? Michelangelo?
Have totally failed in
No, blaming the governor. What wrong has the governor done?
The BJP Sena, the Sena.
Arnab, can I answer?
So now they are
Arnab, can I answer?
blame the governor.
Okay, let Swapnil come in. Let's hear Swapnil for a bit.
For 18 days, they could not do anything. What will they do?
Please, Mr. Waris Pathan, may I speak, please? Thank you very much. Arnab, the list of cases that you read out and all the incidents that you read out, and I'm sure, those are very, very important precedents, and they give a clear-cut indication of as to when the president's rule has to be implemented. The governor is absolutely right in doing what he has done, simply because before you and I read the Supreme Court judgment of Bomai, etc., and everything, and including the Yedurappa's judgment, the governor would have himself apprised himself of all these judgments and all these precedents before coming to this conclusion that there has to be a president's rule in Maharashtra. Simply because he followed that 24-hour window that was given to Yedurappa, And the same thing that he's followed it up here as well, saying that, look, reduced time is no difference, 24 hours is good enough, because people have got time since 20 days now, or maybe around that time. So there is no question of the fact that he's been unequal, because that is one of the challenges under Article 14, that they have not been given an equal amount of time, so they have been treated unequally. And that is why it is arbitrary, and that is why it is unconstitutional, and that is why the governor's report to the president is unconstitutional. The funny part is that here one of the panelists, Mr. Fuad Ali, not only blames the governor, but he's also blaming the president. So, you know, I'm thinking that the governor himself is wrong, even the president is wrong.
And the
as if the president is needed to rule over Maharashtra.
The audio is not very good.
Constitutional.
But may I try and I want to bring him back on the debate. Rhythm and me on one side, please. And I want to ask this question here to Fuad. You know, Fuad's basic contention is that the governor is partisan. Allow me 1 second, Farooq. So I want to do a debate with him on the subject, and I will raise one question, and I for God hope that Fuad will give me a reply to my question. And if he's unable to reply to my question, he should say, I cannot answer to your question. There is no need to be angry, try and walk out of my program or be rude to me, because my job is to ask the question, right? I am actually challenging you with fact and without any element of personal conversation, which I actually want to avoid today. My question to you is, Fuad, that you are saying that you're blaming the governor, right? Now, I give you one example, and please listen to me carefully, because you will have to listen carefully to answer the question. Today, you say the governor is partisan because a 54 out of 288 party is not given 9 hours more. Now let me remind you, Fuad. In Goa, in 2017, Congress leader Chandrakant Kalvekar approached the Supreme Court of India against the Goa governor Mridula Sinha's decision to invite late BJP leader Manohar Parrikar to form the next government, because the single largest party, quote unquote, is not invited. So the nation wants to know, how is the governor partisan if he invites the single largest party, and partisan if he doesn't?
What I am telling you, Arnab, is very clear that in our constitutional edifice, it is the floor of the assembly that will decide the existence of the government. It is not the governor's office that will decide the existence of a government. It is his responsibility to invite a reasonable
he's not answering my question.
Opportunity to form the government. The second question is that I disagree with you because you are playing with facts. My contention was very clear that the governor
I'm giving you facts and you are not being able to answer with facts.
To his own deadline. Arnab,
okay, so can I ask you another question? Now listen to this one very carefully, Fuad. Very carefully, I'm countering you a second time. And you will find this absolutely delightful, because I will now counter you a second time, and again listen to me. No, now you'll start complaining. I know your tactic. The moment you realize you're caught, you'll start complaining. Then you will walk out after 5 minutes. I know your tactic. You cannot answer me, so you start complaining. So complain.
Has been very partisan. He gave a deadline.
You're going to complain and then you're going to walk out.
To his own deadline. Now,
complain, repeat, walk out. That's Fuad's performance.
The reason why he did not stick to that deadline was because he has interpreted an extension of time by himself as a letter that says that the NCP will not be able to form the government. Now, what can be more unfortunate and more partisan than that? The governor of Maharashtra had played the role of an
Gaurav is responding.
Worker. Unfortunately, the President of India has also accepted
you're making superfluous political comments. You are not being able to, you are being unable to answer to me factually. Is he answering? Can you elaborate to him? He's seeking an exit now. Now he will complain, then he'll repeat the point, then he'll walk out.
Dr. Fuad Halim, just one point I want to make here. I just want to make one point here. Just one point. And Vivek, I'll answer this question to you also. Dr. Halim, understanding one thing.
It's a solid debate. He's not being able to deal with the facts.
Under the constitution that has to be seen. What's so ironic is what we're going to see Kapil Sibal as the Congress legal arguing for the Sena tomorrow. In the Karnataka case, Kapil Sibal said it's the discretion of the governor.
Rhythm. Let me give him another example. Okay, 1 second. Gaurav, 1 minute. It's a beautiful debate. It's a beautiful debate. And viewers, I'm going to corner Fuad Halim. I'm going to corner everyone together. Please watch. Please watch.
The floor of
Please watch.
the assembly
Farooq.
that will ultimately establish.
Farooq, I hope
the
you're
majority.
prepared.
My friend Fuad.
Farooq.
Please,
Yes, sir. Farooq, you mentioned Goa. Farooq, you mentioned Goa, and I want to talk to you. Farooq, please pay close attention. Please pay close attention to my next question, Farooq.
But please allow
Farooq,
me
thank you.
also
It's
to
your
respond.
turn now. Farooq.
Please allow me also to respond.
Of course. And my question is the following. And these are serious questions. These are not KBC questions. See, the question is this. Post the Goa elections, P. Chidambaram said that the party that comes second has no right to ever form the government. I repeat, P. Chidambaram post the Goa election said the party that comes second has no right to ever form the government. The statement made on the 13th day of March 2017. Meaning, Governor Koshyari, by the Congress party's own standards, has gone above and beyond. How is that partisan?
Okay. Can I respond now, Arnab?
No, I don't. Making noise is not an answer. Making noise is not an option tonight. Making noise is not. Because don't give me this kind of superficial answer. Yeah.
Can I respond? Can I respond, Arnab?
You want time to prepare?
May I?
You want time to prepare?
No, I'm responding. All right.
Council makes wrong submissions also.
Why are you doing this? Listen.
The governor of
Watch him get.
Please.
Watch him get stuck.
Allow me at least 30 seconds. You are so prejudiced to me. I don't know why I'm so much hated by you. Just give me 20 seconds. Going by your law.
Why is everybody crying tonight? Only the Shiv Sena should cry.
Who is holding a constitutional post should take inference and should take guidance from what Chidambaram has to say and not from what the Constitution says. I'm so glad to hear this interpretation. Now, Arnab, very recently,
Mr. Kalse,
somebody was speaking on your debate that, now, oh my God, just allow me to time.
Quick points I want to make.
Point is that what Mr. Fuad Halim is raising
Mr. Kalse hasn't spoken.
Valid point. Governor ought to have waited till 8:30. And then it could have recommended for the president's rule. And you know the most amazing part, that Prasar Bharati tweeted and deleted. And that tweet of Governor rule came before actually the things got implemented. So that is...
Yes, Mr. Kalse, go on.
Discretionary powers. And to my opinion, Governor is absolutely right in giving judgment because Governor must have received information that even NCP could not be able to form the government because NCP must not have the requisite majority and the figure for the majority, that is the 145. So that's why Honorable Governor has taken a
my next question is
thank you,
Mr. Kalse. Now we go back to the debate.
Discretionary powers
now,
of the governor.
Ashwini, listen to this third example and rhythm on this third point is this. Now I want them to choose. Who wants to answer me now? Does Waris want to answer me, Farooq or Fuad? To each of them I can put a third question and I'm being extremely respectful. I'm giving them time. I'm putting my questions. Who wants to answer? Farooq, you want to answer? Okay. Farooq, Fuad, you don't want to answer my question? My next question, Fuad. You don't want to answer?
I will answer your 100 questions. No problem. Go ahead.
Fuad, you don't want to answer? Are you opting out?
If you have an question to me directly, if you have a direct question to me, Arnab, place it to me. I am not going to what you call play lottery and try to gain favors in choosing that I want to answer your question. So you can please pass on the answers. If you have a direct question,
so I choose you. I choose you, Fuad.
Put it.
I choose you to answer my question, and my question is to you.
Put your question.
In Manipur, Fuad. Put your question to me. Don't get upset. In Manipur, the opposition questioned the governor. Okay? And Congress leader Gaikhan Gam said, quote, the Congress has emerged as the single largest party with 28 seats. So, as per the constitution, the single largest party should be called first to form the government and prove its strength on the floor of the House. Now, when Governor Koshyari invites the single largest party, you question him. I've given you examples of Manipur, and Goa. And I've given you a third example from Goa.
Janata Party. No, please do not misconstruct facts. The governor, if it calls the Bharatiya Janata Party to form the government in Maharashtra, he is within constitutional propriety. It is not possible for the BJP to form the government, which is why they have refused that.
Please understand.
There is no debate on
understand
that.
This.
The debate is that
Understand this. In 2016, Fuad, the centre revoked president's rule in Uttarakhand after the chief minister proved his majority on the floor of the House. The Congress had lost majority after 9 rebels defected to the BJP.
Has been instituted. You've got a union cabinet minister.
You're again not answering my question.
Called before the departure of the prime minister.
Rhythm, it's over to you.
Just because the
Dr. Ali, just a simple point here. October 24th is when the verdict came. Maharashtra's mandate was announced. Till 12th of November, no party has been able to cobble up the numbers. That's the only simple point we have to argue on. For 19 days, no party was able to cobble up the numbers, and now this small, very squishy mouse and cat game being played, about 48 hours being given to the BJP, 24 hours to them. Let's get it clear. What did Aditya Thackeray come out and say yesterday, just before 7:30, the deadline that was given to him by the governor? Show us the majority. He said,
where are the numbers?
There were no numbers. The governor did exactly what he has to under his discretion under the constitution. He went ahead and invited NCP to form the government in 15 minutes. The NCP was not able to. So we need to understand discretion of the governor is circumscribed under the constitution.
A couple of hours there has been brought to center stage by the constitutional head. The governor of Maharashtra has made this debate a reality today. Madam, please understand. You are discussing this because the governor has
Her name is Rhythm. Her name is Rhythm.
The governor has snatched away time.
Her name is Rhythm, by the way. Yeah.
And the haste that he has shown, the haste with which the union cabinet
listen to me.
This afternoon,
the question is,
to forward the
I want to congratulate you. You will never forget. I congratulate you.
That itself clarifies.
I congratulate you on the CPM's tie-up with the Shiv Sena.
On the ball.
I wonder what Jyoti Basu would have said. You are in cahoots with the Shiv Sena today.
Arnab beating around.
You have joined hands with the Shiv Sena. Congratulations.
The constitution is in tatters thanks to the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Where is Balasaheb Thackeray's picture behind you?
Henchmen. They have got.
You have joined hands with the Shiv Sena.
The constitutional.
You are an ally of the Shiv Sena today.
Our constitutional behavior.
Fuad, what will you gain?
You do not realize.
Fuad, what would Somnath Chatterjee, Jyoti Basu have said about your tie-up with the Shiv Sena?
Whereby
your tie-up with the Shiv Sena is now a permanent. It's a permanent factor in Indian politics. The extreme right and the extreme left have joined hands.
Our entire social edifice has been.
Maybe you can get Uddhav Thackeray to campaign for you.
He is setting a precedent.
Maybe you'll get some more votes next time. Maybe you'll win the election if they give Aditya Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray campaign for you.
If allowed
are they going to campaign for you?
This behavior today, he is laying the foundations of such behavior in future to be practiced.
He's avoiding my question. Everyone's saying you're avoiding my question.
You are.
Anyway, Fuad, congratulations on your tie-up with the Shiv Sena.
Lending yourself.
I thank you all very much for joining me on debate number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow at 9. Good night and goodbye.